Thunder beat the Magic last night, but they still had complaints. Paul George was not happy during the game about a lack of calls from the refs. George, Carmelo, and Westbrook combined to shoot just 9 free throws last night. Let's take a listen to George after the game.
It's tough. You know, we're so aggressive. We play at the rim constantly. You know, we're just officiated differently, all three of us. And it's tough. You know, at least one of us to get benefit of the doubt, but when we're on that floor, no one is getting, you know, the better side of that whistle. But, you know, we're going to keep attacking. We're going to keep being aggressive. That's our job, to put pressure on them. At some point, it's got to work out for us.
Shannon, what's going on here?
More of the same. Players complaining that they're not getting the call, and every player complains. Only one player in the NBA doesn't complain about foul being called. That's James Harden, because he's going to shoot 10 to 15 a night. So there's nothing for him to complain about. Paul, so much for that meeting that they had over the All-Star break, Skip. I thought they had a meeting and everything was going to get ironed out. And
as in meeting of the minds?
Yes.
No.
And, you know, hey, the players understand us. We understand the players, blah, blah, blah. No. They're complaining as much as ever. And maybe because, look, I think superstars have always gotten called. And I think because you only got an opportunity, Skip, to see games on Sunday.
Yeah.
Now you get the NBA League Pass and the ticket, you can watch every game. Skip, everybody complaining. Dude, you playing 6 minutes a game. You average 2 points, and you want 4 foul calls a game? I'm like, dude, come on. Paul George is right in line with his career average. Carmelo Anthony is down 2.5, but Skip, Carmelo Anthony is turning into a spot-up shooter. He's not the #1 option anymore. So he doesn't have the ball, so he's not going to get that. Russ is down from where he was last year for the simple fact now he has Paul George and Carmelo. So he doesn't have to do it all. So he's not going to get all these foul calls because he's dishing to Paul George and he's dishing to Melo. So you can understand when you bring these 3 guys together and they're no longer the de facto #1 guy, clearly some of the free throw attempts are going to go away, Skip.
Yep.
That's just natural. But it's getting out of hand because everybody wants to go to the line 20 times a game, Skip. I mean, and it's a hard job for the official. Did he lose the ball on his own? Was he fouled? Was he impeded? It's not an easy job. I don't envy them. And now you see the superstars getting kicked out. LeBron got tossed. KD's gotten tossed 4 times. Draymond is being Draymond. Draymond gonna get his 10 to 15 texts every year. So you go ahead and pencil him in. He's the new Ron Artest as far as getting texts. But, Skip, this thing is getting out of hand with these players because everybody wants – I don't want to watch a game with you shooting 50 free throws a game, Skip. And is that what the players want? Man, this is getting out of hand. This is getting ridiculous, Skip.
So I have covered this league, the National Basketball Association, since my days at the Los Angeles Times right here in L.A. back in the 1970s. So I've seen a few things come and go in this league. And for the longest time, the complaining about calls or not calls was mostly done by the coaches.
Right.
And it was all considered psychological warfare. It was considered gamesmanship. Phil Jackson was the master, especially dating back to his Jordan days in Chicago. And I covered that last Bulls run in 1998 in Chicago. And they went 7 games against Reggie Miller and the Pacers, and it was all psychological warfare. Every night, Larry Bird versus Phil Jackson after the game, vying for calls, trying to plant psychological seeds in the refs' minds. You got to give us a break. My guy's not getting to the line. He's getting hacked. You're letting Indiana get away with near murder on Michael Jordan, blah, 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 blah. It just went back and forth. And Phil, I thought Phil could win a few points with the referees.
Right.
Now it is strictly superstars versus referees. The coaches just try to stay out of the crossfire of it.
Right.
And what has happened to me this year is the referees have rebelled against the stars because basically their attitude is, their reaction is, you want to whine and cry and pout to me? You want to throw little tantrums at me? Sometimes it's a technical foul, but mostly they just swallow their whistle. They just basically do this all game long. See how you feel. Go ahead and drive it. Go ahead and drive it. You ain't getting no call from me. You know, I want to see how it feels. Only one guy doesn't pout a whole lot. You can say he doesn't have any reason to pout, but it's James Harden, who plays pretty emotionlessly. To me, he even stopped doing his cooking thing this year. He just plays. He'll give him a look every once in a while, but he won't do the, what are you doing?
Right.
How can you not see that call? And now we have open warfare declared by Golden State on the refs, by LeBron James on the refs, and by the OK3 on the refs. Do they have cases? Yeah, they all have some case, especially LeBron has a case. He has a beef because he gets the Shaquille O'Neal syndrome treatment. He drives it, and they say, you're 6'9", 280, as Tristan said, 280. I'm going to go with 280 now. You're 280. You should just get it to the, you do it.
Right.
You do it. I'm not going to give you any help. You got too much of an advantage already. But now let's look at the Thunder. So James Harden is at the top in attempts. He's attempted 536 free throws. That's 41 more than second place Greek Freak. And now we have to go all the way down to sixth place to find Russ, who shot 120 fewer free throws than James Harden has. Then we have to go all the way down to tie for 17th to find Paul George, who shot 241 fewer free throws than James Harden. And then Melo's just disappeared from the radar. And again, to your point, he's a spot-up three-point shooter now. But he's all the way down at tied for 71st on this list. He has shot 375 fewer free throws than James Harden. And his career average is 7 a game, and he's now at 2.7 a game. And again, you can justify that because he's not attacking the basket the way.
And Paul George is not attacking the basket.
Not as much.
Not as much as he did in Indiana.
Yep.
Because Russ is there.
Yep.
Okay, I get it. You understand that, but they won't let it go.
Yeah.
Normally the guy is like, "Hey, you missed the call. They jogging down the court. You missed that one, boss." Okay, ref might say, "Okay, I'll get you next time. I'll make sure I pay attention to it."
Yep.
But this might happen in the first or second quarter, and they're still talking about it in the fourth quarter.
They are. You don't think these refs just get sick and tired of the belly aching that they have to put up with? Possession after possession, it's just they're belly aching, then he's belly aching, and the coaches kind of stay. Now I just wait for the players to belly ache, especially the stars.
Because KD said the dude gave me a tech
Yep.
in the fourth quarter for something I said to him in the first quarter.
That is
so
true.
he was looking to tee me up.
Yep. No. Okay. I just see that, and I appreciate this as a fan. I like swallowed whistles.
Yeah.
I don't like high volume foul shooting. I don't like to watch James Harden games because it gets a little silly after a while. He gets every call.
Everyone.
And they're not doing it as much, but he was getting the 3-point shot call, at the 3-point
If
line.
you get close,
Yep.
they do this
Three.
That ain't no 3
free
seconds.
throws.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And that's what it is, Skip. I just let it. I mean, they just continue to go, and the dude running up the court, his man's dribbling the ball, he running the court looking at the ref. What you would have read the ref like guard him, and then guess. I mean, but I think it is because we get an opportunity to see more than one game, Skip.
No, I agree.
And we seeing guys, dude playing 8 minutes, averaging 3 a game. Like, if you give me these calls, I could be averaging double figures. Dude, no, you can't.
Well, I know.
It's,
But like Russell Westbrook, should he be shooting 120 fewer free throws than James Harden? They both attack the basket at a similar rate.
yeah.
But Russ is a thunderstorm, emotional thunderstorm waiting to happen. Right. He just throws up his hands. Did you see that? And after a while, they say, we see nothing.
But Skip going to the basket. Now, Harden just lose the ball like, oh.
He does.
He
It's a foul.
I'm like, dude. I remember when I played Skip, I just go to the back judge and say, he held me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with it, Skip. I ain't going to complete. He hold it. Because pretty soon, you keep crying wolf, he gonna stop looking.
No, but if you pick your spot,
yes.
Like you told me you set up that Oakland play,
yes.
By you went to him one time and said, hey.
He held me. He heard him too.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
Lady pulled his hand back, old Pope.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy.
What does that sound?
That be running. I'll run it on him.
Pick him up, put him down.
Yes.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm running like that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I might pull a hamstring, but.
Or both.
I could be ED. I know you watching ED, I'll run you.
Hey,
you saw him get in the stand, Skip?
You realize you're messing with an extraordinary athletic specimen.
He got in this stand
this guy
like Zaja fell on Russ's legs.
He wants that race with you. You keep ducking him, though. He's ready.
I told you, when he was a freshman at SMU, Ron Meyer called me at home. during their first summer camp practice. And he said, would you please come out here right now? I want to show you something because I have an 18-year-old who is embarrassing my seniors right now because nobody can get him on the ground.
Oh, he was special. Oh,
He was
Eric
really
Durant.
special.
He had a poster with them glasses on.
Yep.
Eric Durant. But
Eric Durant.
that
We
was
can
it.
set this up. We'll do it for
That was
charity.
35 years ago.
Hey, he was like 225 and ran 4.2 or 3, like 4.3-ish.
Yeah. I mean, probably he and Herschel, Marcus Dupree. You remember Marcus Dupree?
Do I?
I
You
believe
want
they
to talk
could-
about a freak?
I
man.
believe they could have played
Whew.
pro ball.
Like right away. All those guys, that whole class. Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Speaking of coming out of high school,
Uh-huh.
how can we fix college sports? Rob Parker answers that question next.